Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is all tenses in English difference. Really? So you'll know the difference between all English tenses. Yeah, it's great. Really, it's great. So you know that this course is for you, and let's start with something simple. Yeah. So the difference between present simple and present continuous. Present simple and present continuous. Do you know the difference between these tenses? So present simple talks about the present, tells us about the present. You see, so present simple is about the present. And present continuous is also about the present. It's also about the present, but which is now? Which is now? Compare. Compare. I work every day. I work every day, and I'm working. I'm working. So you see, every day it means that I worked yesterday, I worked the day before yesterday, I will work tomorrow, I'll work the day after tomorrow, and so on. So it usually happens. It usually happens. It usually happens. And if you say I'm working, it means it's now. It's now. Okay? It usually happens. Yeah, good. And if you say I'm working, so it means now. Okay? So very good. So if you don't say every day, for example, you say I work, it also means that it usually happens. So it usually happens. Yeah, and if you say I'm working, it's now. If you so you see. And I think that you need some exercises. So please choose the correct answer. Look, they play or they are playing football. So look, they play football or they are playing football. Which answer is correct and why? So a good question. Which answer is correct? Which answer is correct and why? So I think that you like exercises. You like doing exercises, yeah? So you see, look. Is it now or not? Look. Yeah, it's now. So you need to choose, or you need to use present continuous. They are playing football. They are playing football. So you don't have now. You don't have now. But the context or this word tells us that it's now, so you are using present continuous. Look, they are playing football. It's now. It's at the moment. Yeah, it's now. It's at the moment. So it's now. It's at the moment. So you need to use a moment. So you need to use present continuous. Very good. Very good. Okay, present simple and present continuous. Okay, I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear. Good. Let's go on. Let's go on. So you know that go on is a phrasal verb. It means continue. Please have a look at our playlists and you'll know much more about phrasal verbs and other subjects. Okay, next. So, what about past simple and present perfect. Past simple and present perfect. What's the difference between these tenses? Who knows? What's the difference between these tenses? Okay? So past simple and present perfect. So both these tenses are about the past. Both these tenses are about the past. So if you use present perfect, or if there is a connection with the present, you need to use present perfect. If there is a connection with the present, you need to use present perfect. Okay? So past simple, it's usually a distant past, and present perfect. So if we are talking about present perfect, yeah, so connection, so there is a connection with the present. There is a connection with the present. So you see, there is a connection with the present. It's very important. Okay, so let's revise it and then we'll go on. So present simple, it's about the present, and present continuous, it's about the present, which is now. So compare, I work every day, it usually happens. I'm working, so it's now. So if you say I work, it also means it usually happens. Exercises. So look, they play football or they are playing football. Which answer is correct and why? So it's are playing because it's happening now. It's happening at the moment. Yeah, it's now at the moment. So I hope that's clear. Let's go on. Let's talk about past simple and present perfect. So what's the difference between these tenses? Both these tenses are about the past. If there is a connection with the present, you need to use present perfect. So shortly, we can say the following. So past simple is a distant past, and present perfect, so if we see a connection, with the present. Good. Moreover, some words tell us that we need to use present perfect. Some words tell us that we need to use present perfect. So it's a golden rule. So if you see those words, so think about present perfect. So if you see these words, so or if you want to use these words, think about present perfect. Okay? So yeah, if there is a connection with the present, so it's already, and you know that we form present perfect this way: have or has plus past participle. Have or has plus past participle, yeah? Or we call it the third form. So for example, do, did, done. So what is past participle? It's done. It's the third form. So already, I have already been there. Next, just. I have just I have just called her. I have just called her. Yet, we put it at the end of the sentence. Yeah, we put it at the end of a negative sentence, sentence. For example, he hasn't come back yet. He hasn't come back yet. He hasn't come back yet. So you see, already, I have already been there. Just, I have just called her. Yet, so we put it at the end of a negative sentence. So you see it in the end. Yeah, we say in the end, but at the end of something. Okay? So he hasn't come back yet. He hasn't come back yet. So you see, what else? Yeah, moreover, some words tell us that we need to use present perfect, so it's very important. It's a golden rule. So if you see these words, think about present perfect. So we form it this way. So have, has plus past participle or the third form. So you see, do, did, done. Yeah. So done is past participle. Yeah. And some examples. I have already been there. I have just called her. Or you know that we often use a short form and we say I've. Yeah. I've already been there. I have just called her, or I've just called her. Yet we put it at the end of a negative sentence. Look, he hasn't come back yet. He hasn't come back yet. And you also need to know two more words. So they are ever. We use it in questions. We use it in questions. So have you ever been there? Have you ever been there? Yeah, so it's present perfect because of ever. Have you ever been there? And never if there is a connection with the present. So if it's true now, if it's true now too. For example, I have never been there. I have never been there. So it's true. I have never been there. So really, yeah. And you see this point. Well, and I think that you need to do some exercises. Do you like exercises? Do you like doing exercises? Okay, so you see. So he went there, or so he, look, has gone there. He has gone there yesterday. So which variant is correct and why? He went there, or he has gone there yesterday. So it's about the past. You see yesterday, and you know that there are some words, yes, which tell us that we need to use present perfect. So you know these words, and it's really good. It's really good that you know these words. And there are some words which tell us that we need to use past simple. And yesterday is one of these words. Yes, so if we are talking about past simple, so such words as yesterday, yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday, different variants with last week, last month, and so on, and different variants with ago. For example, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 months, 4 months and ago, and so on. They tell us that we need to use past simple. So the right answer is he went there, because yesterday is a word of past simple. Yeah, so it tells us that we need to use past simple. Okay, so I feel that you need more practice. I feel that you need more practice. No problem. Look. So yeah, how will you say he was already? He was already there, or he has already been there. He has already been there. So how will you say it? So you see already, and you remember our golden rule. Yeah, it's a golden rule. So there are some words tell us that we need to use present perfect, and already is one of these words. So he has already been there. Yeah, it isn't a question. He has already been there. Only this variant because of already. This variant isn't correct. This variant isn't correct. Okay, so good, very good. And I suppose that you want to know the difference between past simple and past continuous. Past continuous. So it's also very important. Okay, so shortly, past simple is a short action. A short action is a short action in the past. A short action in the past. And past continuous. Good. And past continuous is a long action. Is a long action in the past. Is a long action. Past continuous. Past continuous is a long action. Is a long action in the past. So you see, for example, yeah, we often use past continuous with when. Look, and we form it this way. So was or were plus verb plus ing. Was, were plus verb plus ing. So look, when I came home, he was playing computer games. When I came home, he was playing computer games. So which action is long and which action is short? So I came home, it's a short action. It's a short action. And was playing is a long action. So he was playing, and then suddenly I came. Suddenly I came. So the first action interrupts. The first action interrupts the second one, or interrupts the second action, or interrupts the second one. So there is one long action, so was playing, and there is a short action. When I came home, he was playing computer games. Okay, so past simple and past continuous. So past simple, a short action in the past, and past continuous, a long action in the past. And we form it this way: was, were plus verb plus ing. So when I came home, he was playing computer games. So the first action interrupts the second one. So very good. So what about future simple? And you know that we need to talk about the group simple. So present simple, next past simple, and future simple. We need to talk about it. And we have already talked about present simple and past simple. We also need to talk about future simple, and we talked about continuous, about the group of tenses. Continuous, yeah, groups of tenses. So the first, yeah, is a simple group, and the next one is a continuous group. So you see present continuous, present continuous, present continuous, past continuous, past continuous, and future continuous, and future continuous, and future continuous. We talked about these tenses, yeah? So present simple, so we usually do it. Past simple, it's about the past, a short action in the past. Present continuous, it's now. Past continuous, a long action in the past. And we need to talk about future simple and future continuous. Well, and we also need to remember the group perfect. So it's present perfect, present perfect. So it's about the past when there is a connection with the present. Good. Next, past perfect, and future perfect, future perfect. Okay. So I think that we are doing the right thing, and these groups are really very important. These groups are very important. So continuous, simple, and perfect. Continuous, simple, and perfect. Let's compare future simple and future continuous. Really, okay? So I hope it's a good idea. Let's compare. Let's compare. So future simple. Let's compare future simple and future continuous. Let's compare future simple and future continuous. Well, but before we do it, we need to do some exercises. We need to do some exercises, yeah? So, please, on past simple or past continuous, because we need to do exercises, it's very important. So, choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer. So, when he called me, so it's when he called me, or when he was calling me, when he was calling me. So I took, or I was taken a shower. I was taken a shower. So which answer is correct and why? So look, please look at it and then we'll discuss. So you see, when he called me or when he was calling me, when I took a shower or when I was taking a shower. So which action is long and which action is short? So I think that this action is long, really. Taking a shower. I can't do it. I can't do it in a second, or I can't do it in 2 seconds. So it isn't enough. It isn't enough for it. So it's a long action. So I was in the bathroom and I was taking a shower. So I was taking, and then suddenly, he, and yeah, right. You are absolutely right, my friend. It's a short action. So he called me. He called me. So when he called me, I was taking a shower. So this is a short action and it interrupts a long action. So taking a shower. Very good. Well done. Excellent. Amazing. Okay, really. Let's compare future simple and future continuous. Okay, so yeah, so let's compare future simple and future continuous. So what is future simple? So it's a short action in the future. It's a short action in the future. You see. And was it future continuous? And what is future continuous? It's, it's a long action. It's a long action. A long action. It's a long action in the future. It's a long action in the future. Look, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Compare. Compare. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. So if you say so, it means that it's a short action, so you'll wait a bit. So you'll wait a little or maybe a bit, and it isn't so important for you. It isn't so important for you. It isn't so important for you. It isn't so important. It isn't so important for you. Yeah? Yeah, it isn't so important for you. So you see, well, okay, so it isn't so important for you. Well, if you use future continuous, so it's will be plus verb plus ing, or you can also use a short form. Yeah, so it will be the following: I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. So if you say it this way, it means that you're ready to wait for a long time, and it's really important for you. So you're ready to wait. You're ready to wait. You're ready to wait maybe for a long time, and it's really important, and it's really important for you. Yeah, I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, so yeah, when he called me, I was taking a shower. So let's compare future simple and future continuous. So future simple is a short action in the future, and future continuous is a long action in the future. Please compare. I'll wait for you. So it means maybe I'll wait a little, a bit. It isn't so important for you. And if we use future continuous, so it's will be plus verb plus ing, or we can also use a short form. Here it's a short form, and we often use it in speech. We often use it in spoken English. Right, and you can say, for example, I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, it's a short form. It means that you're ready to wait maybe for a long time. Yeah, and it's really important for you. Yeah, and we often use this tense with the verb wait in an English conversation. Yeah. So, yeah, if we are talking about speaking, we often use this tense. We often use this English tense with the verb wait, in an English conversation, in an English conversation. So you see, okay. I'll be waiting for you. So let's look at some examples. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, I'll be waiting for your reply, or I'll be waiting for your answer. I'll be waiting for your letter. I'll be waiting for your message. I'll be waiting for your call, and so on. We use it so often. Really. So you see that we form it this way. Will be plus verb plus ing, or we can use a short form. Yeah. So I'll be waiting for you. So it means that you're ready to wait maybe for a long time, and it's really important for you. Yeah. What about speaking? We often use this English tense with the verb wait in an English conversation. I'll be waiting for you, or I'll be waiting for your reply, for your answer, letter, message, call, yeah? So, and I think that you need some exercises, yeah? Exercises, yeah, so, bye, exercises, okay? So, bye, 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 and what will you choose? I'll wait for your call, I'll wait for your call, I'll wait for your call, or I'll be waiting for your call, or I'll be waiting for your call. So, I'll wait for your call, or I'll be waiting for your call. And you see, so it's not a short action, not just a second, so it's a long action in the future. And we also know that we often use future continuous, yeah, with the verb wait in an English conversation. So I'll be waiting for your call, you know, it sounds natural, so it sounds very natural. It sounds very natural. Sounds very natural. Okay, very good. So, very good. So, we talked about future simple, and you see future continuous. We also talked about present perfect. We also talked about present perfect. So, what are we going to do now? We need to compare, so, past simple and past perfect, and future simple and future perfect. So, are you ready? Are you ready? So, I hope you are. So, let's do it. So, past simple and past perfect. Past simple and past perfect. Well, and then we need to look at the difference. And then we'll need to look at the difference between future simple and future perfect. Future simple and future perfect. So, first of all, you need to know, so what past simple is. So, you know, it's about the past. It's about the past. It's about the past, and it's usually a short action. Yes, a short action. And what is past perfect? It's one time before. It's one time before past simple. It's one time before past simple. Yeah. So it's so important. It's really important to know it. Look. For example, I said, so it's past simple. Yeah, and what is past perfect? It had plus past participle. Had plus past participle, or plus the third form. I said he had done it. I said he had done it. So look, it's past simple. You see, I said, so say, you know, it's an irregular verb. Yes, this verb is irregular. Say, said, said. He had done it, so it's past perfect. Had, and done is past participle. So I said he had done it. So why do we need to use past perfect here? Because first he did. So first he did it. Then I said it. So because the second action happened earlier. The second action happened earlier. You see, the second action happened earlier. Yeah? So first he did it, and then I said it. Okay? He said he had done it. First he did it, and then I said it. Look, exercises. Bye. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for your call. It sounds very natural. Past simple, it's about the past, it's a short action, and past perfect, it's one time before past simple. We form it this way: had plus past participle. I said he had done it. Yeah, but it's before. It's before I said. Yeah, so you see, it happened earlier. First he did it, then I said it. The second action happened earlier. So if the second action so happened earlier, you need to use past perfect. Okay? Let me give you one more example. So, when I came home, she had already cooked dinner. So came home, it's one action, the first action, it's about the past. So you see it's past simple. And you also see had already cooked. So did it happen before? Yeah, right. You are absolutely right, my friend. So it happened before. So it's the second action. It's the second action in the sentence, but it happened earlier. So you need to use past perfect. And I also think that you are ready for a short test. Okay? So I knew, or I had known that he failed, or that he had failed the test. So what will you choose and why? Okay? So you look at the first part of the sentence at the first clause and at the second part of the sentence at the second clause. So which action happened earlier? So I knew, or I failed, or he failed. So first he failed and then I knew. So it's the second action and it happened earlier. So it's about the past. You need to use past simple. Look, I knew that. And the second action is about the past too, but it happened earlier. But you need to use past perfect. So, I knew that he had failed the test. Okay? So, I think that's clear. Yeah, what about future simple and future perfect? Actually, nothing difficult. Yeah, it's easy. So, future simple, it's it's about the future. And usually it's usually a short action. Good. And what is future perfect? So we use future perfect. So when you talk about the future, and when you have by here, or it's usually by or by the time. So if you have it in a sentence, yeah, you need to use future perfect. Yes, it's about the future. Look, yeah? But first let's revise it. So when I came home, she had already cooked dinner. So there is a short test for, especially for you. So I knew that he had failed the test. So future simple, it's about the future. It's a short action. And future perfect, it's about the future, but you need to have by or by the time in a sentence. Please compare these sentences. So I will reach the next level. I will reach the next level. Okay, so what tense is it? What tense is it? Right, it's future. It's future simple. Well, but you can add by, yeah, and you'll use future perfect. So we form it this way. We'll have plus past participle, plus past participle, or plus the third form. So I will have reached the next level by next month. Yeah, by next month. Yeah. So, and yeah, these words tell us that we need to use future perfect. I will have reached the next level by next month. So we use future perfect because of by. I will have reached the next level by next month. It means not later than next month. Yeah? Not later than next month. I will have reached the next level by next month. So I think that you see the difference. Okay, so very good. Or I can also say amazing. So we talked about past perfect, future perfect, and we looked at 3 different groups of tenses: simple, continuous, and perfect. As you know, there are 4 groups in English tenses. Yeah, they say there are 4 groups in English tenses. So it's perfect continuous. Really, let's talk about these tenses, and let's compare these tenses with other tenses. Okay, so present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, it's about the past, and future perfect continuous, We often use present perfect continuous in speaking. Well, let's talk about the first tense in this group. So it's present perfect continuous. We often use it in speaking. Well, so you know that students make this mistake again and again. I learned English for 5 years. Yeah, so you know that students say so again and again, and they don't realize that they make a mistake, because in this case we need to use present perfect continuous. Really, if you have for or since in a sentence, it tells us that we need to think about present perfect continuous. We need to use it. So, what is present perfect continuous? So, it's for actions. It's for or it's for an action. Yeah, if it's one action, it's for an action which happened in the past, or which happened in the past, and which is still happening. So it's happened in the past and it is still happening. Yeah, and we use for and since. Look, I learned English for 5 years. So what does it mean? It means if you have for 5 years, it means that I started learning English. Yeah, I'm not lazy, and I'll write it for you. Yeah, I think it's okay. So it means that I started learning English 5 years ago. I started learning English 5 years ago, and I'm still doing it, and I'm still learning it. So it's present perfect continuous. And in this case, you need to use present perfect continuous. But what is present perfect continuous? How to form it? Okay, so it's have or has. It's have or has plus been plus verb plus ing. So I have been learning English. I have been learning English for 5 years. I've been learning English for 5 years. Okay, so perfect continuous. Yeah, there are 3 tenses in this group. So you see present perfect continuous. So we are talking about it right now. Past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. Yeah, we use for and since with present continuous. So it's for an action which happened in the past and which is still happening. So this sentence is incorrect. I mean, I learned English for 5 years. Why? You know, it means I started learning English 5 years ago and I'm still doing it. So the formation of present perfect continuous. Look, have or has plus been plus verb plus ing. So I have been learning English for 5 years. I have been learning English for 5 years. So only this way. And there is a short test for you. So I work, or I have been working. I have been working here for 3 months. So what are you choosing? Work or have been working? So think, please think. So for 3 months, yeah? So it tells us that I started working here 3 months ago and I'm still doing it. I'm still working here. So it's present perfect continuous only this way. So I have been working here for 3 months. Or yeah, it can be another way if only, if we use a short form. You can also say I've been working. So you can use a short form. Yeah, I've been working here for 3 months, or a long form, a full form. So I have been working here for 3 months. And you know that we often use these tense in spoken English. So you see have, has plus been plus verb plus ing. I have been learning English. I have been learning English for 5 years. Test. I work. I have been working. We say I have been working here for 3 months. I've been working here for 3 months. Yeah, good. So what about past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous? So the most difficult tenses. So we compared past simple and past perfect, future simple and future perfect. So very good. So it was number 6. Then we talked about present perfect continuous and present simple, present perfect continuous and present simple. Yeah, present perfect continuous and present simple. So we talked about it. Yeah, it's an important thing. Well, and I'd also like to talk about these very important tenses. So past perfect continuous. Let's compare this tense: past perfect continuous, past perfect, and past continuous. So well, and we also need to talk about, so it's number 9 if I'm not mistaken. So if I'm mistaken, please correct me. So we also need to talk about future simple and future future perfect. Okay, so very good, really very good. Well, how do we form past perfect continuous? Had been plus verb plus ing. So what is past perfect continuous? Past perfect continuous is a past perfect plus for. You know, it's like present perfect continuous when you have for. So it's past perfect plus for. Please look at these two situations. Please look at these two situations. When I came home, she had already done her homework. So it's the first situation. So you see that we have past simple and past perfect. We have past simple and past perfect, yeah? So I came home, it's about the past, and the second action happened earlier, so we use past perfect, had already done her homework. And please look at the second situation. When I came home, she had been doing, yeah? So you see that past perfect continuous, it had been plus verb plus ing. So had been plus verb plus ing. She had been doing her homework for, she had been doing her homework for, you know, for 2 hours. And this word tells us that we need to use past perfect continuous, had been doing. So what does it mean? It means that I started doing my homework, or no, she started doing her homework. So she was doing it, yeah, for 2 hours, and then I came. Yeah. So, you know, it's an emphasis on the duration. So there is an emphasis on the duration. Or in other words, so it tells us that it's a long action. Which happened 2 hours before, and it was still, you know, going on. So let's write it down. So the action happened the action started happened 2 hours before, and it was still going on, or it was still in process. Or it was still in progress. Okay, it was still in progress. So the action started 2 hours before, and it was still in progress. Yeah. So it's a very important thing, and we use it in this context. You see, past perfect continuous. Yeah. If you say, look, when I came home, she was doing her homework. It's past continuous. So you know that she was doing her homework. It's a long action, and then suddenly I came. Okay, good. So you know it's you see, it's past simple. It's past simple and past continuous. It's past simple and past continuous. Good. Okay. So really, past perfect continuous, past perfect, past continuous. So had been plus verb plus ing. So it's past perfect. What is past perfect continuous? It's past perfect plus 4. Look at these two situations. When I came home, she had already done her homework. So it's past simple and past perfect. Yeah, and let's look at the second situation. So when I came home, she had been doing her homework for 2 hours. So there is an emphasis on the duration. So it tells us that this, action is long. Yeah, the action started 2 hours before, and it was still going on. It was still in progress. Yeah, and there is one more situation, the third one. So you see, when I came home, she was doing her homework. So it past simple and past continuous. It's past simple and past continuous. And we also need to look, at the second thing, I think it's difficult, but not so difficult as you might think. So future simple, future perfect, future simple, future perfect, and future perfect continuous, future perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. And I remembered also one thing, that we need to talk about future and future in the past. So future simple and future in the past. It's also this situation is also very important, and I know that students often make mistakes while talking about it. So I don't want you to make mistakes. I want you to speak English fluently and accurately and confidently without mistakes. Really, I really want it, and so I want you. Maybe I'm crazy, but in fact I'm not. So I want you to speak English. I want you to speak English so fluently. It means fast, accurately. It means without mistakes, and confidently. So when you are full of confidence, when you are sure, that you speak English correctly, or that you speak English rightly. And as for me, I'm sure. Okay, so I want you to speak English fluently, accurately, and confidently. Okay, and really, let's talk about future simple, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. So future simple, it's so easy. So I will learn English. So will plus verb. Yeah, you see, will plus verb. Okay, so, or I can use a short form, I'll learn English. I will learn English. Next, so what is future perfect? It's future simple plus by. So it's future simple plus by. So you talk about the future, but you use by, and you form it this way: will have plus past participle, will have plus past participle. And you know that past participle is the third form, so it's another name. Okay, so future simple plus by will have plus past participle. So for example, I will have learned English by next year. So I will have learned English by next year. Yeah, you see, but I want you to speak English fluently, accurately, and confidently. So future simple, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Okay, so future simple. You know how we form it. I mean future simple. So will plus verb. I will learn English. So what is future perfect? Is future simple plus by. Will have plus past participle. So you see, I will have learned English by next year. So not later than next year. Well, and what about future perfect continuous? what about future perfect continuous? Yeah, so you know that if you want to say it in future perfect continuous, you need to say will have plus been plus verb plus ing. Will have plus been plus verb plus ing. So what is future perfect continuous? It's future simple, but you also need by and for, or in other words, yeah, you know that I'm good at maths. I taught maths, really. I taught maths, so it's my secret, but it isn't a secret any longer because, you know, it's so I taught maths and I know maths pretty well. I'm good at maths, and I think that it's okay that I'll explain it to you this way. Okay, so it's future simple. It's future simple plus it's future simple, or not future simple, future perfect. It's future perfect because you know that future simple plus by it's future perfect. It's future perfect plus for. So look, I will have been learning English. I will have been learning English for 3 years. For 3 years by next month. So why do we need yeah, future perfect continuous? Because of for and by. So I will have been learning English for 3 years by next month, or I will have been working here for 3 years by next month, and so on. So you can make up your own sentences. Well, and what about future simple and future in the past? Yeah, future in the past. For example, he said, so is it correct or not? He said that he will do it. Is it correct or not? He said that he will do it. So if it's about the past, he said that he will do it, you can't say it. You need to say he said that he would do it. He said that he would do it. You know that we change. So it's incorrect. It's incorrect. So we change will. We changed will. So we change will to would. We changed will to would. Please remember. So if it's the first action is about the past, so it's in the past, and you want to talk about the future, like in this situation, we need to change will to would. He said that he would do it. Yeah, he said that he would do it. He said that he would come. He said that he would listen to you, and so on. I knew that it would happen. Yeah, so past simple, and then so we use past simple, and then we need to use would plus verb. Okay, so you see that future perfect continuous is will have been plus verb plus ing, or in other words, it's future simple plus by and for. And what is future simple plus by? It's future perfect, or it's future perfect plus for. You see, and you can look at the following example. I will have been learning English for 3 years by next month. So, and citation number 10. So I really hope you like this kind of videos on grammar, but you know that we have lots of different videos and video courses, and we'll record and upload new ones if you support this idea. Yeah, he said that he will do it. Please don't say it this way. It's incorrect because we changed will to would. So he said that he would do it. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Yeah, see you. Bye.